This is a very short video just to give you some ideas for how you might like to publish your opinion writing once you've edited and revised your draft. So when we talked about this mini lesson a little while back, Writing to Change the World, one thing that we talked about was, what is your issue? Pick an important issue that you want to change people's minds on. This example was that Jazz wanted to put a water play area in the primary playground. Second thing I asked you to think about was, who are you actually trying to convince? If you've got a strong opinion, who are you trying to convince that this opinion is important? So for Jazz, we talked about maybe it was Miss Pauline or Mr. Clapp or even Mr. Olchin, the head of East Campus. If you wanted to make some change and actually get that water play area, they were the people that you're going to talk to. If you're trying to convince people about something else, you might need to change your audience to somebody else, such as your parents, your teacher, your friends, or somebody else. The delivery is something that you need to think about when publishing your writing, which you might be doing today. So for Jazz, if she wanted to convince the teachers at our school or the leaders of our school to install a water play area, and the people that she decided that could actually make that happen were Miss Pauline or Mr. Clapp, then she should think about the best way to actually target those people. Would it be through a piece of written work on a Google Doc? Would it be through an email? Maybe she could write a letter to them. Another thing you might think about is writing your speech out and recording it as a recorded speech to give it some more expression and some more emotion. So today, I want you to have a little think about what's your choice of publishing. How are you going to deliver your opinion to your audience? So this is just a few ideas, something that you might like to think about when you get to the publishing stage. So obviously you can use a Google document. If you have access to your MacBook or your iPad, you could jump onto Google Drive, create a Google document, making sure that you break it up into sections and you put paragraphs for each of your arguments and examples, not just one big blob of text on the page. Make sure you break it up into parts. You've used Book Creator for your narrative writing, so maybe you might like to use that format to record your opinion writing. With Book Creator, don't forget, once you've written out each page, you can also record your audio in there as well and record yourself speaking that opinion. You could record it as a speech, okay, so you could do this on photo booth and record yourself doing a speech. You could ask someone to film you with the iPad and upload that to Seesaw. There's lots of different ways you can do that. If you are doing a speech, make sure that you have practiced it many times so that it's fluent and you're confident. Think about your face and your expression as you speak. Don't stand and speak like a robot, because nobody will be convinced if you do that. Try and use body language, so use your hands, use your face, use your body to convince the audience of what you want to say. You might like to even write out your speech into little palm cards, write it onto one little piece of paper for each section. Maybe your opinion on one, your reason on the next one. That way you can just read off the cards and you don't have a big sheet of paper. And the last thing you might like to do is pick some paper from our classroom and write your best, neatest copy with your best handwriting, and just do a written, published copy. Any of these are fine, and you might even have some other ideas of how to present your opinion when it comes to the publishing stage. Make sure you include all your revisions and all the editing work that you've done previous to this stage to make sure that your published copy is the best it can be. Can't wait to see your writing. All the best.